So, a peaceful Sunday morning was violently disrupted in Grand Blanc, Michigan, on September 28, 2025. Services were underway at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, with over 100 members in attendance. At about 10:25 in the morning, the calm was shattered. A 40-year-old man initiated a terrifying attack on the church. The response came from law enforcement and emergency services, leaving a community in shock. The day meant for worship turned into chaos. The attack began in a shocking, direct manner. The assailant used his vehicle as a weapon, ramming it into the front doors. Panic erupted inside. He exited the vehicle armed with a firearm and opened fire on the congregation. There was little time to react. The arrival of law enforcement was swift, but they were met with a chaotic and perilous scene. Officers from the Grand Blanc Township Police Department were the first to respond, encountering an active shooter situation and a rapidly spreading fire. The gunman engaged with the arriving officers, leading to a shootout at the church. During the exchange of gunfire, the suspect was neutralized by police. Authorities confirmed the gunman was killed during the confrontation. With the shooter down, focus shifted to rescue and firefighting efforts. The fire set by the assailant presented a massive challenge for emergency crews. Firefighters were dispatched from multiple jurisdictions to combat a 5-alarm blaze consuming the church. The intensity of the fire caused significant structural damage, including a partial collapse of the roof and other sections. That structural instability made rescue operations incredibly dangerous. Smoke, flames, and the risk of further collapse. The timing of this horrific attack added another layer of sorrow for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The shooting occurred just one day after the death of their global leader, President Russell M. Nelson. President Nelson passed away peacefully at his home in Salt Lake City on the evening of Saturday, September 27, 2025. He was 101 years old, which made him the longest living president in the history of the church. His passing was a significant event for millions of Latter-day Saints worldwide, who were already in a period of mourning and reflection at the time of the shooting. President Nelson was a deeply respected figure, both within and outside the church. Before dedicating his life to full-time religious service, he was a world-renowned heart surgeon and a pioneer in the field of cardiovascular medicine. He served as the 17th president of the church since January 2018, a period marked by several policy changes and global initiatives. The news of his passing had been announced just hours before the violent attack in Grand Blanc. For the members in Grand Blanc, the Sunday service was meant to be a time to gather, find solace, and collectively mourn the loss of their prophet. In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, law enforcement worked quickly to secure the area and reassure a frightened public. Once the shooter was confirmed to have been neutralized by police, officials announced there was no longer an ongoing threat to Grand Blanc, a suburb of Flint. The focus shifted from an active shooter response to a complex criminal investigation and a difficult recovery operation. The scene at the church remained active for hours. Police taped cordoning off a wide perimeter. Firefighters continued to battle the smoldering remains. Investigators began their work. Given the scale and nature of the crime, the investigation is being led by federal authorities. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, or FBI, has taken the lead on the case, providing significant resources and expertise to support state law enforcement and local law enforcement partners. High-ranking officials have commented on the incident, including President Trump, who described it as another targeted attack on Christians in the United States.